Hello guys, hello chat, welcome back. Welcome back to another stream, another Party Games tournament stream, another very interesting and quite long awaited matchup. We have waited for a little bit for this one, but there were a few delays, a few uncertainties, but now we are getting closer to finally finishing the second round of losers bracket, and this match will be one of the closing ones, and another one will be tomorrow, another one that has been delayed multiple times. Ukrainian Psycho, yeah. And not only it's been a long awaited match, thing that we've been waiting for quite a bit, we've also been waiting for our second caster, a person who will be helping me commentate and cast out this exciting game today. Let me call him. Let me get in the call with our good sir Shibo3. Hello, Shib.
Botchi, sorry,
What?
31.
What was that, Shib? Are you cheating on me?
I've been playing a lot of the SMP. Okay, I've been grinding a lot. It's been a long day for me. Look,
Uh-huh.
Al 31. I come to you humbly with my hat in my hand. I look not for grandeur or glory. I look for answers. What is happening in this tournament? Not only do we see Bot Cheetah nearly get knocked to the losers bracket in a razor thin game with Lonely Tree, but then we see Kenneth get defeated by Sylveon Fan. And instead of finding some sense of normalcy, we are back in the losers bracket, which has been an upset-ridden, absolute disaster zone. Please help me understand what's happening.
Just regular party game stuff. I don't know. It's just everything is going on. It's hard to explain because, like, I mean, Kenneth not only lost to Sylveon Fan in the past few days, he also played a match against me. I don't know if you saw anything about it, and it was
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that. It was razor thin margins.
It was pretty damn close, and it just how it goes with fighting games. He can got very good games for him against me, and he got one of the worst RNGs against Sylveon. He was getting absolutely wiped in all of the swing games, and they were getting them in every single game. So Kenneth wasn't able to withstand the Sylveon, who became very, very consistent recently. So that's how things go sometimes in fighting against tournaments.
Okay, maybe you can't explain that to me, and I totally understand. Look, the predictions have been in shambles for a while now, but could you at least help me understand this match a little bit more? What's the history? What's the rivalry? Is there anything that we should be looking for in this upcoming matchup?
I mean, Keiki, obviously the person who always brings not only some exciting plays, some big pop-offs, but also some sort of entertainment for not for every person, especially not for his opponents, but he certainly likes to talk a lot during his games. So, and Keiki is one of the players who always been good since the beginning. He's the only person alongside me and Chida who played in every single 1v1 tournament so far, the big 1v1. So, and he is one of the people who can like not practice for like years and come back and beat like mostly everyone's asses. So while Bacon doesn't have that rich of a history, Bacon only recently started playing party games and was known in the arcade community before as I'm pretty sure Hypixel says main, a person who has a lot of wins, who grinds a lot in that game, and as well as a few other arcade games. So Bacon has some background, but not specifically to party games. Hello, Ken.
I think that's a really interesting dichotomy between these two players. Like the idea between this kind of tenured veteran player and this new kind of grinder type player. And I mean, in this tournament especially, we've been seeing a lot of success from these grinding type players. I mean, you look at like the two that I always like to point to Kenneth and Nils, like these two big grinders that came into the community, started grinding really hard, and then started popping off and doing really well in tournaments, being beating a lot of big names and veteran players. And now the question is like, is it, could that possibly happen to men again? I mean, Keiki is a big name in this community. He's good at this game. Can another, one of these new grinders that are just coming up, these new gens, really, stake their name and really make an impact?
It is certainly possible because Keiki, despite being really good, he doesn't practice too much, and he also, uh, Keiki is like the wildest of wild cards in the tournament.
He's an
He,
enigma, yeah.
yeah, he can lose to the worst player and like 24 star the best player. Like it just depends on his motivation and like if he wants to win. So we shall see how it will turn out for him today.
It's I mean it's certainly going to be a special match, a match where I think that maybe the swing games aren't going to be playing as big as a role as they normally do because those core games are going to be so much more important. Just who is winning those core games? Maybe the core games are going to turn into swing games where they could go either way between these two players. Both of them, I think they both have a really good shot of winning the games depending on the selection that comes up today.
Yeah, they certainly might. Yeah. Uh, hold on, Kiki is asking me for something. Hold on. Kiki asks for a bit of a texture pack help. Uh, he only
Oh,
recently started playing 1.18. He was an avid 1.12 player of fighting games with his own texture pack.
oh, I see.
Oh.
What I thought that only 1.8.9 was allowed for tournament.
Uh,
I'm not.
no, every version other than 1.16 is allowed.
Oh, 1.16 is the version that just breaks everything.
Uh, yeah. Well, mostly chicken rings, and it's also like very glitchy.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. Look, okay. I think that, version differences aside, technical stuff like that. I think that, this is one of those matches that it's just like it's one of those matches that maybe it's not like of the highest of stakes. I mean, this is losers round 2. This is like the very beginning of losers bracket. This isn't
Yeah.
going to like make or break the entire world on who wins. But it's just one of those matches that's it's just a fun thing to watch. It's just exciting gameplay. It's just nice party games. If you want a little bit of party games in your life, this is just the game that you watch. Just you kick back, relax, maybe pour yourself a drink, and then have some fun watching some party games.
Yeah, it's certainly gonna be an interesting game, and I'm finally excited to see it. It was delayed for quite a bit, and now we're finally almost done with Losers Bracket 2, and after that, I hope it will go a bit faster. A lot of people are like coming back and like from few like vacations hiatuses, and now we should be entering the final stage of the tournament really, really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming up on a lot of people's spring break here. March is when most spring breaks start coming around. I think that we are in for a good couple of weeks of exciting, interesting party games. Getting this losers bracket finishing up, getting this winners bracket finishing up. There are a lot of exciting party games coming your way. You don't want to miss it.
That is certainly true. Let me check something. This
Oh God.
bruh, I cannot send it in Discord.
Do we have anybody doing our scoreboard, or are we?
Yeah, I got you don't know that I got recently a new monitor, and this thing is fucking huge. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, I have my Minecraft in my regular resolution that I was playing in, like 1920 by 1080, and but because of how big it is, I have also a lot of like free space that I'm using for scoreboards and stuff. So I will, yeah,
Fat flex coming out from House 31 there.
yeah, I will be filling in the scoreboard, and D will be helping with a spreadsheet. So I have,
Heroic thank you to D, of course, for that. We always love our scoreboard slash spreadsheet people. I mean, what we do without them. I will
Real.
say the one thing that most impresses me about this community and how these tournaments are run are how like voracious the stats people are and just keeping up to date on everything. Like it feels like I could go into the stats spreadsheet and just find like some of the most like crazy obscure stats to just start bringing up. I mean, the stats are just really brilliant here.
Yeah. Uh, we love the stats in here. It's just if only it wasn't taking that fucking long to do them. Like, it'll probably take a few months for me to release this tournament spreadsheet because it's just been too much work for this one. So overall,
Absolutely. I mean, it's truly a beautiful thing. But right now, the only beautiful thing that I'm interested in watching is a little bit of party games action between these two, what's the word? What's the descriptor I'm looking for? Brilliant maybe, voracious, excited. There's so many different adjectives I could use to describe these competitors, but either way, they are both, both of their trajectories are heading towards one thing, which is a bit of party games.
yeah. We are waiting for Kiki to install the texture pack, I assume. It's
Of
trying to
course.
find for it. I'm gonna run a check really quickly in party chat. To see if they're prepared yet. Okay, bacon is ready. Assume we will wait a bit on Kiki once again. Okay, he's still looking for the texture.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is actually ridiculous. We are live on broadcast. Uh, what's like the technical difficulties? Like the esports broadcast just throw it to like a commercial break that takes 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to do this. I was about to just run an ad really quick, so we won't have like any like those pre-rolls during the game.
It's totally understandable. Look,
I mean, no one's gonna even see the ads. Everyone in my chat is subscribed. Well, I don't see Bacon with the sub, but everyone else
start
just
playing some like really loud music, and then we just won't talk.
nah. We can talk. We can discuss. I mean, you have missed a few of the tournament games since the last time you were here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really been a shame too. I mean, a lot of those games that I've just been like keeping track of scores, keeping track of how the tournament's been progressing. These games have been like it feels like every single game I miss has just been an absolute banger. Something like must-watch television. Now I'm just sitting there in whatever class I'm sitting in, kind of just like almost crying a little bit. I want to be there. I want to cast that. It sounds so fun.
yeah, I mean, as the tournament progresses, the games become more and more close and more interesting. That's for sure. Dean, no. Thank you for the gift sub to the BaconIsDead. Thank you. Okay. Well,
Yes,
now no one is gonna see any ads.
exactly. That's what we want to see. We don't need to see ads because we need to see more party games. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
These ads just distract from the product.
that is so true. L ads, boo ads. I agree, Ken. But yeah, we have seen some very interesting matchup. Like even like the game that everyone has been predicting to be uh a 3-0 between Ayel and the Monkey. There's just like a fucking chain in tournament predictions of everyone predicting Ayel to win 3-0 and just even people who never done a single prediction. And like it was surprisingly pretty close. Ayel still won 3-0, but Monkey was doing really well and like he
I
went
like that. I like
pretty
that.
far for the person who haven't played in a while. Okay, Kiki is ready. Let me run like 1 minute of fun break and then we will start. Just
Yeah,
so they will not appear later, hopefully.
exactly. And look, it's one of those things where it feels like everybody in this tournament has just been a fighter. Everybody just turned on the Jets. Everybody wants to win, and maybe they know they're not going to win. Maybe they have like this inkling in their mind that they really have no chance. But it doesn't even matter because they're fighting for the love of the game. They're fighting for the love of the craft. They're fighting for the sake of this tournament, and I love to see it. Just like all of these people trying their best, putting their all on the line, trying their best to just win games. All right, just playing a little bit of party games, having a little bit of fun. And I really respect that, and it's why this tournament I think has been just so fun to watch. Not only from the winners bracket to the losers bracket to every single game has just been an absolute blast to cast to watch to just be a part of. It's been a really great tournament so far, and I really hope that continues.
Yeah, I really hope so too. Though Keiki have some uh, rebuttals to here. He's not part of the everyone you were talking about.
Well, okay. Uh, Is he under contract to do the winners interview if he wins?
Uh, I do not know. I mean, Keiki is on stream, so uh, I'm willing to do an
Yeah, let's
interview.
go.
Nice.
I'm gonna make the winners interview a thing. Okay, I believe me, it is going to be a thing. It's gonna be great. I'm just taking this production up to the next level here. All right, look, well, enough talking. Let's
Yeah,
just game. Let's get into a game of party games. Let's fight. Let's
yeah.
get it
Finally,
over.
let's finally.
Let's settle our differences by our star counts. Okay.
Yeah, let's finally see that game. I've been waiting for this one. CakeePlayz versus BaconIsDead. Round 2 of losers brackets. It will be an exciting game. Always glad to see those people play. Let's see what Hypixel gives us. If it's gonna be an exciting first game,
Ooh.
Super Ship could be quite spicy sometimes.
Exactly. And I think that Super Sheep is one of those games that, I mean, now that we're done, with all this, beautiful stuff as the nouns run into each other.
Yeah.
Now we get down to the nitty gritty. Now we start talking about core games versus swing games. What games are we getting? How are both these competitors playing these games? And both these competitors have started off slow. Nans have started off in a head-first collision, and these two players have started off slow. Keiki already talking his trash, already saying his piece. We're gonna see a lot more of that as this match continues, and given the game of Super Sheep, he's gonna have a lot of room to talk.
Yeah, he sure will quite a bit of time and room to talk here. It's both randoms are dead. It's just him and the Bacon going pretty slow at each other, not being too aggressive, just trying to steal some land, trying to trap the other person on their part of the map. And this is definitely gonna make the game is not too swingy this time, because the randoms will probably leave at one point, being tired of that. So.
Exactly. And I also want to point out here, just look at the way that the nons have crashed. It actually makes it very hard for CakeePlayz to create any kind of big blockade, to really trap Bacon into a smaller area. It kind of just like is a very annoying little set piece there that makes the actual land control of this game just so much more complicated.
Yeah, not nonce did not affect anything in this round, so just absolutely nothing. And while they're playing Super Ship, our players have a little bit of chat there. Just talking about life, the wins, the arcade stuff.
I almost thought like for a second that like you were gonna start bringing up like a sponsorship or something. Now this Super Sheep is sponsored by,
Oh.
and sponsored is not the important thing right now, because Bacon is actually in a bit of a tough situation, forced to go back around in a very tight spot, just manages to eke it out. But going up against this wall, that wall has been dangerous for a very long time. Gotta stay safe around it. Does stay safe and is gonna actually sneak around Keiki. Does Keiki see it? Yes, he does. This could be terrible for Bacon if Keiki can block it off. No, he doesn't have the boost, but Bacon goes around anyway, and suddenly Bacon has a little sliver of land to sneak through. He's gonna have to go for the jump here. Can he make it happen? No, he can't. CakeePlayz with a beautiful block off, reads the situation perfectly, and he's gonna take our first game.
Yeah, game one finally ended, and now both randoms are still here, and we're moving into one game. We have to wait it out. We have to skip through it. Hopefully, see something after this one.
Yeah,
Something that
exactly.
we can play.
And that first Super Sheep just felt like a very clinical game, a very nice direct Super Sheep. It felt almost easy in a way, just like find the mistake, exploit the mistake, win the game. Nothing special, no crazy jumps, nothing wacky, just nice simple party games. And right here in a workshop,
Yeah.
Bacon has the bad side here.
I don't know
Or no,
which side
sorry.
side Keiki has, but they're both starting with neck and neck basically on the first craft. Keiki,
Sorry.
well,
Yeah, I lied. Actually, Bacon has the good side. I can't tell the good side from the bad side. That's my
oh
fault.
okay,
But either
it's
way, yeah,
fine.
it's close. It's close either way.
Yeah, Keiki is known to be one of the best workshop players of all time. Well, especially in the beginning times, but Bacon has been practicing on the recently open workshop practice server a lot, so Bacon can definitely stand his ground. But right now, Keiki seems to be up ahead going into the last craft and finishing first, improving his lead by 1 star once again. Yeah, Bacon was a
Exactly.
bit slightly behind. Keki's mechanical skills and knowledge just prevail here even without practice.
Exactly. And Keiki just has like a way of making these games look so easy. Just like clinical. It doesn't help that like the trash talk is constantly coming out, making it seem so simple. Jigsaw rush gonna happen so fast, you have to stare at it. Bacon going really fast. Keiki still behind though. Bacon is just gonna eke it out. But Keiki actually with a pretty slow jigsaw rush, all things considered there.
Yeah,
Bacon gonna
it's
fight back a little bit.
Jigsaw Rush was always Kiki's like a little bit of a weak game compared to other sweats. So especially previous tournament when he had some problems with chunks loading, but now he had settled them, I think.
Mm,
He used to max 6
now
seconds. Now,
now into a game of chicken rings.
yeah, Bacon managed to cut down the lead a little bit in the previous round, and Chicken Rings can be an opportunity to catch up to Keiki here, but so far Keiki is up ahead a little bit of the start. Oh, Bacon is catching up, doing some nice cuts here right behind Keiki. They're both neck and neck in this time too, in this game.
You're just gonna have to keep going. I've lost the trail. It's going back and forth. Oh my god.
Yeah. Bacon and Keiki keep passing each other out. It's so close between them. Bacon getting some lead towards the end. Around 10 blocks between them, but one mistake, one cut from Keiki, and it might be over, but no. Bacon finishes first and tying up the score in the overall game after 4 rounds of game 1. And now we're going into RPG 16, a game that has been pretty swingy in the tournament, but we don't have a lot of random, so I do not know how it will play out.
God. And what a game that Chicken Rings was. So swingy, so back and forth, exactly what you want to see. Now into a game of RPG 16, a game where it all comes down to a pig. One shot, one stolen kill could be all she wrote, and CakeePlayz will strike first, takes down the first kill here, but Bacon looking to respond, looking to fight back, looking to find it. Finally does. But Keiki is still going to be slightly in the lead. They're going to be able to focus his time onto other nons. Bacon has to make some more bold plays if he wants to take the lead here.
Yeah, I think they're both at one hit, and Bacon killing Keiki. Oh, this might be a very huge kill in the 1v1, and Bacon is just trying to avoid Keiki's picks here. It's a nice play. Keiki running away, looking for randoms, not noticing one that is right next to Bacon here. They both converge in the same area once again.
I just Keiki just makes another mistake, and another mistake from Keiki gets killed again, and Bacon just looks so good on that RPG 16. I don't know what went wrong for Keiki there, but it just didn't even look good for. He just felt like he was missing pigs. It felt like he wasn't hitting shots. Felt like he just needed to find something else there, you know, to turn on another gear. If he even wanted to compete, it didn't even look close there.
Yeah, Bacon played it very safe and very smart, and even though in terms of performance it seemed like Bacon was far ahead, it was only one kill, one shot in between them, basically, which is always the case for RPG.
I mean, it wasn't even that. It just came down to deaths, right? I mean, like Keiki got killed twice.
No,
I mean, how do you get killed twice?
No, Bacon got one more kill than Keiki, but yeah, it would have came down to deaths as well if Keiki managed to tie it up, so...
Yeah, it's still like whenever I look at a game of RPG 16, I always look at our competitors killing each other, because to me a mark of a good RPG 16 player is a player that never dies to their competitors, and I just don't I get really disappointed when I see that from Keiki. I feel like he can do so much better there.
Yes, sure do, but now we are into game number 6, and also and now they're both, look at the scores, they're both at the same points, and Bacon takes the lead right at the end by like 1 point over Keiki. Oh, that was so close. And now Bacon, starting off, who started a game a little bit behind, now actually 2 stars in the lead with only 2 rounds left, and Bombardment will be one of them. Will be the 7th round in this first
Yeah.
game.
And I love that because these are also just games that Keiki has to like Keiki just has to keep his mouth closed and start focusing and start playing, and that's exactly where you want to keep him, you know. You don't want the trash talk to affect you. You don't want your mental to become, you know, any kind of edited by these comments. And look, either way, it's a game of bombardment. It's a game that could literally go either way. It's a game that could it's a game that is just a survivor's game, and I feel like we haven't really seen a nice long game of bombardment yet. At least I haven't.
I've seen a few of them. Both of them came from Monkey because he's really good against Cheetah and IL. Both survived multiple death waves. But so
I will say getting a live commentary on my commentary is certainly a new experience.
What
Did
was
I
that?
see?
Huh?
Excuse me.
Keiki? Hello?
Um, apparently, you know, apparently an errant click, a intended death. I have no idea what just happened. Keiki throws himself off the map. I mean, in a way I've never seen bombardment end before. We have now a 3-star lead for Bacon.
Oh, I I did not know what I just witnessed. That was interesting.
Jesus. It's just a disaster. How's the
Oh my gosh, what are the spawns? Look at this. So much golden skeleton in this shooting range as the last round.
Bacon is just running away with this. Keiki just hasn't hit anything so far.
Yeah,
And
Keiki is behind not just Bacon but both also 2 of the randoms. Keiki finally hitting the TNT, getting some good shots. I think he got another TNT here. He might be able to catch up and win the last round, but it's not gonna affect anything much, I don't think. So at least. Yeah, Bacon is too close, and Keiki, despite winning last round, still losing game 1 overall by 2 stars. And that's what I was talking about before the game started. No matter how Keiki plays it, always an entertainment.
this is the thing that kills me, because if he wins that bombardment, he is in position for a tie there. I mean, he was only he would have been 1 star down with 1 game left. He would have been able to eke out a tie there, but instead he just makes one crucial mistake. One, you know, he doesn't remember the banned games, doesn't remember how many games are left, throws himself off the side of the map, and we end up with a game from Bacon that looks a lot more dominant than it actually was.
Yeah, I mean, Bacon managed to come back from a like 2 star difference situation and showed a pretty confident, consistent performance overall. And but either way, all of the games were pretty close between them, no matter what. So like RPG 1 kill, 1 point in Animal Slaughter between them. Like they were neck and neck in Chicken Ring, so it's still anyone's game despite some mistakes, some chokes from participants. So, and it was only 2 stars between them in the end. So let's see what game number 2 will show us.
Exactly. And I like what you said about Keiki, you know, keeping it close, because I almost like, if anything, this game has almost made me more afraid if I'm Bacon of Keiki here, because Keiki, he keeps these things close. I mean, even on his bad games, you know, he was saying it in chat, our RPG 16 not his favorite, not his most favorite game, but even still he kept it close on RPG 16 despite his deaths. And so suddenly, I mean, we are in game number 2. I mean, one wrong game, one big swing game could come through, and suddenly, I mean, we are in an entirely different paradigm here.
That is so true. So we haven't seen any swing games. It was not that many randoms, only core games in game number 1, basically. So
I would argue that Super Sheep is a swing game, but I think
well,
we might
yeah.
disagree on that.
Yeah, Super Ship can be a swing game, but with 2 randoms dying instantly at each other's
I mean,
hands.
yeah, when they go fucking head first into each other, trying to smooch each other, it doesn't super help. Look, it's going to be a game where the randoms didn't really play that big of a factor. Like you said, just core game after core game, games that randoms aren't going to really play a big role in. But maybe with this game, I mean, the 2 swing games that we always love to talk about, pig jousting and and Frozen Floor. Those are the big ones. Those are the games that everybody likes to talk about, everybody likes to bring up, and those are the games that everybody is excited to watch, quite honestly. And I'm excited to see them too.
Yeah, but what Hypixel wants to see us right now is a bunch of fucking banned games, apparently.
Dive is a great game that we should all be playing.
Yeah, we shouldn't ban it, honestly.
I've been saying that since day one. Okay.
Yeah. Ship is the famous dive lover.
I'm a dive enjoyer. What can I say? Look, all right, call me crazy, but just a little bit of dive just makes my day. Look, here is a game that I can really get behind. A game that, we kind of got robbed of last game, from Cakee's errant plays here. Look, now we can actually see some bombardment here. Game number 1. Let's see how far these players can go.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully no one's gonna throw themselves into the water this time. Hopefully we will see them survive up until Death Wave. Maybe outliving a few of them. See a nice, good long game of bombardment this time, because both of them certainly can do it. Both of them certainly have the necessary skills and experience to outlive multiple Death Waves. Keiki doing some interesting moves here.
Exactly. Look, as the time ticks down, the bombs increase, the nons tick down, and suddenly we are left with only 2, or we will be very shortly. Now we are left, the 2 competitors, in a deep competition with only 10 seconds left until that death wave comes around, knocking at the doors, trying to ask who will it take this time. With 1 second left, it comes out now. What are these 2 competitors going to do? Are they going to survive? No, they aren't, and it will be Bacon, who stays alive just a little bit longer than Keiki, and they will take a lead in this first game.
Yeah. Bacon this time starting with a lead, once again winning bombardment, but this time kinda legitimately. Keiki got trapped in the middle there, and now they're moving into a game that we've seen in the first round, Animal Slaughter, and we have seen both of the participants being very close. Only 1 point decided the last time. Let's see how close it will be this time. So far, Keiki is starting with a bit of a better lead, but will he able to maintain it? That's the question.
Exactly. And the thing I love about Animal Slaughter, especially as a game, is just all this, the game goes on so long that the luck kind of evens out, If you get good cow spawns one time, then your opponent is going to get good cow spawns another time. And it really comes down to how fast you're killing these animals, how smoothly you're moving. And right now it is CakeePlayz with a little bit smoother movement, with a little bit faster kill times. Everything just coming together for Keiki right now. He's holding a pretty strong lead over Bacon, and Bacon needs to start hoping for a little bit of luck and get a little bit faster here if they hope to catch up.
Yeah, and Keiki stops playing. He understands that he already solidified the win, and this time it wasn't as close, and Keiki ties up the score in game number 2. And now another game we've seen last time, Workshop. We keep seeing the exact same games over and over.
Exactly, and the hope here is, can Bacon turn it around? Bacon starts off strong actually, and Bacon actually has good spawn once again. I don't know what Keiki has. But Bacon gifted with the player. Keiki has bad spawn. Oh no, Keiki has bad spawn. And now Bacon, this is the opportunity that Bacon's looking for. A good spawn versus bad spawn against the better player. You could actually just eke it out just slightly here. And look at that, Bacon just slightly ahead. They need to keep that same pace if they want to take a good game away from Keiki.
Yeah, but Keiki catches up and he's up ahead on the last craft. Oh, even with bad side, he might be able to snatch that win, and he finishes first just by a little bit. Oh my!
An opportunity that Bacon so desperately needed snatched away, and instead of making it a bit of a lead here, we have a lead instead for Keiki. That is the exact opposite of what you want.
Yeah, and we do not see that quite often. A person with worse side actually wins, and just by a little bit, just passing Bacon right at the end, and now Keiki up ahead again in the overall star count, and we're moving to campaigning, a game that can be some sort of swing sometimes, and we see Keiki is constantly in the lead, and Bacon is struggling to even maintain second place, but then Random catches up to both of them. All 3 of them are so close on the leaderboard. Look at this. They all have the exact same points, and
Supreme Beams!
Supreme Beams! Supreme Beans beating.
What? Literally a god. So I never thought I'd be out here on a cast yelling the name Supreme Beans ever, but here we are. Supreme Beans takes first. Cakey though takes second over Bacon, extending that lead by one more star.
Yeah, Keiki it extends his lead, but the fucking random winning campaigning is something you don't see quite often.
Are you kidding me? Supreme Beans, an actual god here. I love to see it. I mean, that is just brilliant. And onto a game, more of a core game, more of a game that's a little bit of normalcy here, a game of Trampolinio, but a game that can go so quickly if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those tens.
Ooh, yeah, but the booster is quite far away. The random gets it, and there is one booster now closer to both of them. No one is going for it.
Supreme Beans again! He grabs it.
It's Supreme Beans is the it's popping off. Damn.
He's just out here, man. He's crazy. But right now, let's take our focus away. Is CakeePlayz actually tying it up, and Bacon with the 10 gonna be able to just steal it away from Cakey. A win that Bacon so desperately needs. And as it comes down to these last couple of games, this score couldn't be closer. Well, actually, it technically could, but you know, don't ask.
Yeah, Cakey. Shit, what are you doing? Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Cakey was ahead back there, but Bacon managed to get a nice boost at the end, and now Bacon is only 1 star behind with three rounds left, including this volcano. It's another close matchup between them. Supreme Beans is gone, unfortunately, as well as all of the randoms. It's just 2 of them in this game of volcanoes. The map is slowly disappearing. Only few blocks left. Bacon seems to be having a better block.
Oh!
And he did a better jump, tying up the score with 2 rounds left. Score is 14-14 and another RPG 16. It's just the exact same games all over again.
Cakey just punching the air right now. He's not happy about this. He knows that he is not favored for a game of RPG 16, and Bacon has to hit it right now. Bacon has to take advantage of this game that has been gifted to them. Take advantage, get the kills, get the wins. We're gonna see what happens here. RPG 16, it could go either way.
We have seen our participants doing a bit of standoff. Cakey hit the random once, and then they just both started standing there, staring at the random, not hitting them. But Cakey eventually ends up killing that random, getting the lead. Bacon tying it up in the middle here. Cakey is at 1 hit. I'm pretty sure he's trying to run away, not letting Bacon kill him again, going for randoms. And Bacon lands a nice shot there on the slight leaf of the tree there, and now he's up ahead by 1 kill. Cakey is close behind, but this death might be a big influence on the score if he ties it up. Cakey tries to go for randoms once again, but still not enough time, and Bacon is up in the lead with only 1 round left, 1 star between them. This is as close as it can get.
Dude, Bacon is so nuts at that game. I just want to point, like, I have never seen pig movement like that before. Holy shit. What, that pig movement was crazy from Bacon. I've never seen anything like that. And now we're going into a game that literally is going to determine what happens next. I mean, a game that, of course, Hypixel throws us just because they hate us, but it doesn't even matter because the excitement couldn't even get more palpable. It literally comes down, and there's so many games that we still haven't seen yet. We've had so many repeats from game number 1 that we could very realistically be delving into some new territory here.
Yeah, there are so many possible games still in the pool. It's still anyone's game. 1 star for the last round is absolutely nothing, and we can only know the winner once we see how the last game plays out, and it's going to be chicken rings. Last round. It was so close last time. Let's see if Cakey can tie it up. And we have seen previously swings in this game. Bacon needs to remember not to go too fast, not to try to mess up, and maybe try to settle for confident 2nd place, or try to win and not let Cakey even tie up the score. Cakey starts with a lead here. Bacon is slightly behind this time, but still within a reaching distance. Oh, he's catching up. He's right behind Cakey now. They're both neck and neck. Bacon passes Cakey for a second there. Oh, it's so close between them. Keiki still maintaining the slight lead over his opponent towards the end of the map. It's Keiki is on the last rings. He's
Oh, he does it done.
yeah,
And
he finishes first, but Bacon was right behind him, and now it is the end of game 2, and it is a tie between them.
and,
And
and that chicken rings was just a masterclass of defensive gameplay there from Keiki. He gets a sick cut at the beginning and just has to hold that lead, defend that lead, use his body, put his body in the way, make sure that Bacon couldn't get through that wall that he was putting up. It was just beautiful play from him. Nice movement around the rings. He just gets such a nice little run there from Keiki, especially in that game where he needs it to even get a chance there. He needs that tie to really keep this game close, and he does. And now instead of it being a 2-0 hole that he has to climb out of, he is in a 2-1 situation where he could feasibly win a game, and then suddenly it's a 2v2 situation.
yeah, it's 2v1 in Bacon's favor. Bacon needs only one more tie like that, or one more win, like game 1, and Bacon will be up against Centillionaire in the next round. What are you laughing at?
Bro, I can't stand this fucking D art. I actually can't. I can't take this.
What? What you can?
D has made more art, and it's actually just a. It's just a. I can't. At least save
Oh.
it till after the cast, man. Come on.
Oh, I see it. It's
I'm losing my mind. All right, look. Okay, look, we are still in. We are still in the thick of things. It is a 2-1 scoreline. Keiki cannot afford any more mistakes. He cannot afford any more draws. It is. He needs a clean win here. He needs some new games. He needs anything here because he has been so close this entire time. He needs something else to just break through, to take a win, and to really take the game here to Bacon.
yeah, and Keiki asks for some interesting requests here in the chat. You make an SFW of me. Yeah.
Jeez, don't read it out. Come on, man.
No, it's a very interesting insight in the characters of our participants. I have to
Come on.
and this says that they will do it if Keiki wins.
Jeez. Okay.
and
Okay.
while-
Okay. Look.
Oh, let
Game
me.
number 3. Game number 3. That is what we are focusing on, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
let's talk about an SFW art a bit more while I run the ad break. No, it's
I hate this place.
no, it's a
I can't.
it's a good place to do it right now. See, no one's gonna listen to it because literally no one is subscribed right now. No one will hear us talking about it over the ads.
Well, I mean, clearly not. Okay, clearly not, because we've just had art made of the casting duo again. All right, this is not the first time this has happened. Look, I am trying to keep this stream with a mild level of professionality here. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I boldly proclaim the virtues of professionalism in party games casting, a game that sorely needs it. Okay, look. Let's get into game number 3 here.
I'm trying to keep it somewhat professional, with a bit of tomfoolery sometimes.
All right. Look, either way, I mean, game number 3 looks and feels to be just as exciting as those last 2 games were. I mean, it may be only 3 games that will be played here. Only 3 is needed for Bacon to take the win here, but it doesn't even matter because these games have been so close, so tight. And hopefully in this game we'll actually be seeing some new games, because I'm kind of looking forward to some of these swing games.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much. We haven't seen the big swing games like Frozen Floor, Big Jousting, Ho Ho Ho. We accused CJ, a person who have been missing from the community for a bit. People were speculating if he is even free or alive. But he's back here and not back in the tournament yet. And we're getting into round 1 of game number 3, Lawnmower game we haven't seen today. Not exactly.
Cake is not in.
Oh, Cake is not in. What? How did he not get in? What?
It's
I know.
He knew what game was coming up, and then he quit before just to make sure he wouldn't have to play. It was a
Yeah,
tactical
he
move from Cakey.
technical. He looked into the cycle and
Exactly. He knows the cycle, dude. Okay.
he knows. He cannot escape. He cannot escape,
Okay, okay.
dude. He cannot.
Okay. Maybe he doesn't know the cycle. All right, hold on. Sorry, I spoke too soon.
He does not know what he was going there. Dude. Okay, now yeah, we see round one as lawnmower, how it's supposed to be.
I mean, party games just, has a way of just doing the silliest little things. Either way, look, it's going to be a close game. Both these competitors literally within points of each other. Bacon, though, has maintained a bit of a lead, slight lead, a tiny little lead over Cakey, and it's been consistent. And as these grass, as it ticks down, those small leads are going to turn bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Keiki is doing a lot of sharp turns, punching a lot of grass, trying to slow down Bacon's PC here. And it might be working because Keiki is actually catching up. The lead is now not as big on Bacon's side, and Keiki is only a few points behind. He's finally starting to find some good grass patches. He's only a few points away now, passing Bacon a little bit, if not much time left. They die!
What?
They die! Oh!
Was that a tie?
It was
Wait, how does that work?
They get the same amount of points. They both got 388. Damn.
That was crazy. What the fuck?
Damn.
I have never seen that before. I have literally never seen that before. A game of lawnmower has just tied in a party games tournament. And now both players start off with 3-3. It's like that first game didn't even happen.
Yeah, the start of game 3 has been interesting so far. Yeah, Hypixel really wanted us to play this lawnmower and see this tie.
Jesus.
24-12. Some negotiations in the party chat here between our players.
Negotiations are one thing, but this next game is going to be another because it is RPG 16 again.
Another RPG and a lot of randoms this time, way more than the last few games. Let's see if it's gonna affect anything. Keiki starts right next to Bacon. Both of them have a bunch of randoms, both of them getting fast kills, tying up the score. Bacon is at one hit and Keiki, nice double kill! Oh, Keiki is up in the lead and Bacon killing one of the randoms right after that, but still with one death and 2 kills behind Keiki. It's looking not as good as it was before in the previous RPGs we've seen, for Bacon at least.
Exactly, the stars just align for CakeePlayz, and he is taking the stars and wringing them out for all they're worth right now. The entire solar system giving him all the stars in the world. Are you kidding me? Point after point, kill after kill, 6-4 as the time ticks down. It looks like Keiki just, I mean, what a game from him.
Yeah, and like that, that's what he is known for being a wildcard and losing first 2 RPGs, and now with 7 kills, with getting the 8th one at the end.
8 is nasty.
Getting in the lead of game number 3 and another bombardment. We see a lot of repeats today, a lot of similar games, and a lot of games that are not swing games. No big Justings or Frozen 4 yet.
I almost like it in a sense because it's almost a testament to how close these competitors actually are, that they will get the same games over and over again, and it is still that close. It still feels like it goes back either way. It still feels like either competitor could win in any one of these given games.
Yeah, it's certainly do be like that in party games tournaments. Like, you can play the same game like 100 times against someone and you just both have like a 50-50 win rate, just because of small factors, of small chokes, of small performance differences. So let's see if Keiki can continue his redemption in the game he have lost twice so far and win this bombardment.
Exactly.
All randoms are gone, 10 seconds left.
Oh, and the death wave is only coming. It's coming ever closer. Both these competitors surviving up to, will they be able to make it past, though? The death wave is so dangerous. Here it comes, flying out, and once again, it is Bacon that just manages to eke it out. Keiki cannot dodge the death wave, and Bacon, you'd love to see that if you're Bacon, just takes a slight lead here.
Yeah, tying up the score again. After 3 rounds, another shooting range. A game that was won by Keiki last time. And this time, they're saying of a few golden zombies. A TNT, Keiki got the TNT and the golden skeleton here, catching up to Bacon and getting up in the lead, only 16 points off. Bacon getting another golden zombie. Another TNT spawns. Who got the TNT is probably gonna win the game.
Oh, the
And Bacon
TNT.
got the TNT. Keiki is going for small regular zombies, regular skeletons, in hoping to finish the game before.
Oh, come on. Bacon's so close.
Oh, they're both 5 points off. Keiki is one ahead.
One
One
golden.
more skeleton. And Bacon
Oh,
kills
wait,
plus
how?
10.
Keiki
Bacon.
was 2 away. Keiki was one skeleton away from winning that, but Bacon snatches it out under his grasp. Are you kidding me? What a win from Bacon.
Yeah, Bacon killed the golden zombie right at the end, not letting Keiki get the lead, and they're going into another shooting game. Minecart Racing. Keiki starts with a lead once again. Bacon is falling behind. Keiki is only few shots off the max speed, but also slowing down a bit, missing a lot of shots, letting Bacon an opportunity to catch up. Both of them still not at max speed. Keiki finally reaching it, and he will be tying up the score after game number 5.
Yeah, and
Dude.
Keiki will not be denied. He said, "You win one shooting game, I'll win the next. We go back and forth. I'll keep that score tight. It doesn't matter." And now into a game that has no shooting required here. It is Trampolinio, a game that could come down either way depending on who grabs those boosters. Boosters all the way to the other side of the map. It's gonna be Bacon that grabs it. Gonna be able to grab the 10, takes the lead there. But actually, no, it's Keiki. As I say that, Keiki manages to snatch back the lead. Bacon trying to keep it close, but Keiki is still fighting.
Oh, Bacon was trying to go for that booster and finish it off, but random stealing the booster, and Keiki is up in the lead again. They're going into Lab Escape in round number 7. 2 games left. Keiki 1 star in the lead. It's gonna be so close. Still no swing games, only core gameplay. And look at them, they're both on the same frame, same pace. Bacon getting the lead at the start. Keiki falling slightly behind.
Yeah, and that's such a good lead for Bacon because Bacon needs this win. Bacon needs this game, and they just look like they're gonna run away from it. They don't even want to make it close. They're saying, Keiki, I'm sorry, sir, but we are playing for the win here. It is win or it is go home. There will be no tie. I will not have it, and I love that. Bacon just running away with this. Keiki trying his best to keep it close, but it is Bacon just looking so dominant on a game of Lab Escape, coming up to that 60-70 point mark, so close, and Keiki just consistently at least 2 blocks behind this entire game.
Yeah, he was a bit farther behind. He managed to catch up at one point, but still, he seemed to be catching up a lot towards the end, but it's not enough. Bacon tying up the score, and 1 game left. 1 more round, and they're tied up 18-18. Oh, gosh.
All right, here we go. Bacon, this is the game that you need to win if you want to just end it right now. Don't even play that 4th game. And for Keiki needs this if he wants to bring it to that 4th game. Spider Maze comes up at the most inconvenient time possible, almost like it was pre-planned. Is Cycle Theory real? I have no idea, but all I know is that it is literally one more game for these 2 competitors to decide the winner here.
Wait, the stream froze? Hold on, what? Stream frozen? Should not be. It says that
It's
everything is
not
okay
on
for me.
not on. I see you. It's not on my end.
Yeah, I think it's just on this end. Hopefully it's nothing's too serious here.
All right, here we go. One more game. No.
Oh, Hypixel building up the tension.
I just can't really take this anymore. They're gonna give us a swing game at the very end. I know it. I absolutely know. They're gonna give us Frozen Floor and just start laughing maniacally.
I mean, Frozen Floor could be a game that suffice Bacon here more than Keiki, because even if they both die first, it's still a tie and a win overall for Bacon. So no matter what the last game is, Keiki needs the win and nothing else to try and continue and try to have a chance to win. Let's see it.
All right.
1 more round. 18-18 tie. It's as close as it could get.
It is exciting as you can make it. You could cut the tension on a knife's edge here. We are in it. Here's one more game. One more game to determine who will take this game. There will be no ties here unless, of course, some crazy freak accident, which, we've seen before. I'm not counting it out. It just seems very unlikely here, depending on what that. Well, fuck off.
Hypixel keeps
I picked.
stalling. He keeps stalling.
Explain yourself.
He keeps stalling. He keeps building up the tension, the sweat.
This always happens. This has consistently happened for like the last 3 games that have come down to this. Like one last game, tie. One last game is just like, oh yeah, 3 banned games in a row. It always happens.
Yeah, Hypixel is writing a script here to build up for a
God.
repeat. A
Fuck
repeat.
off.
Okay. We will stay.
Ridiculous, I'd say.
We will stay because it's a fast game here.
I haven't played a good game of shooting range in a hot minute.
Yeah.
I've been reminded why I don't play shooting range anymore.
Yeah, me too. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a world record holder in this game. I do not know what you're talking about here.
Well, I mean, I haven't held a world record in any game, so
Yeah, me neither. I'm just a regular new gen who only started playing a few days ago.
Yeah, just a regular new gen that's making it to like every grand finals ever. Okay, I don't want to hear it from you. Okay.
Okay, maybe it's not as fast as I thought it would be. It's taking quite a bit here.
I'm enjoying myself. I'm just taking some pot shots here, having a good time.
Okay. Hopefully now we will see the last round, please.
No.
Oh my gosh, Avalanche 8 out of 8. No way, dude. This is...
I would believe me. I would try to build up the hype here. I would try to make it exciting. But like I've reached a breaking point here. Okay, it's a round 2 losers match. I can't make this as exciting as like grand finals, reset here. All right, there's a difference between these two, these two situations. Look,
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be the most influential game of the whole tournament. Maybe the winner of this game will win the overall thing. Like it's all gonna be part of that winner story, of that winner comeback out of nowhere.
That's very true. I would look like
and ho is the last round. Fuck.
Big money. It could literally come down to this, and here it goes. We start off, and CakeePlayz. What a good start from him. Bacon trying to sneak around. Look at Bacon going for both sides here. Cakey, go to the other side. Oh, Bacon with the block. That's a huge block. And now Bacon running back to the other side. They have to get the full block. Cakey get around. Tries his best he can. And Bacon has gotten the full block, but can he get enough land to make it worthwhile? Cakey is stuck in his hole, but Bacon now he needs land.
The random is blocking! No. The random is blocking! Bacon! What is going on? Who has the most land here?
I have no idea.
I think Bacon has a bit more. I think Bacon has a bit more, but I don't know. It's gonna be so close. It's gonna...
Cakey has a bit more here. I don't know. I don't think Bacon's got it.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna come down to the... only few points between them. Oh gosh.
Oh, I think Cakey has it.
I think Cakey won it. I think Cakey won it.
Yeah, Cakey has it here. Oh my god. And the random just comes in and just snipes when it is least wanted. And Cakey manages to sneak out a win with a little bit of luck, a little bit of help from the people around him. And now we are going on to a game 5. It is 2-2 here.
Game number 4, but yeah, because they tied on them.
5-4. It doesn't matter. Look, it is whoever wins this game wins this match.
Yeah, it's wow. What an it was worth waiting a little bit kind of for the whole game.
Jeez.
And it wasn't only just luck, it also was a bit of a mistake on Bacon's part. He, instead of trying to secure his land on the back, he was only focusing on filling it in on the other side, and a lot of randoms just snatched all of the land from him. And I think, and I don't even know if it wouldn't be enough to pass Cakey there. Cakey had a bit of quite strong lead towards the end, so either way, good performance from both of them. And now we're in 2-2 situation, and the person who wins the game number 4 is gonna be the winner of the whole matchup. It all comes down to this one.
Yeah, and who would have guessed that it would have been this close? I mean, both of these competitors skilled, yeah, but when it comes down like this, I mean, and we're in a situation where there are still so many games that have been left unplayed. Swing games have not played a factor in this match so far. Will they in Game 5? Will Game 5 be the craziest of them all? It's shaping up to be.
Yeah, game number 4. Game number 3 was so exciting, and it was the first time we've seen a 21-20 result. That's a weird thing you don't see too often in party games tournaments. It started with a lawnmower tie and ended up with on a tiebreaker ho 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 as the last round, and now it's all coming down to game number 4.
Yeah, and I have some unfortunate news for for all the people at home. I am no longer top 100 in party games wins.
No!
I've officially dropped out. I'm 101 now. It's a tragedy.
It's over.
Just wait, just wait until the next 2v2 tournament. I'm sure I'll get it back.
Actually back on his party games arc finally.
Bro, when I'm on my party games arc, you better be scared.
I am gonna be shaking in my boots, terrified for my number whatever spot I'm on right now. Don't even know.
I passed you. I took a screenshot at 100. Thanks, Boots. I
Base
appreciate
boots.
it. Just snatches my fucking spot from me. I can't stand it.
Okay, let's stop talking about the leaderboard and let's focus on this extremely close matchup we've seen so far. It was worth waiting. It was. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Keiki has some things to do. He looked at the cycle again.
Yeah, he looked at the cycle. He was not happy with that one, I'll tell you that.
What did he see?
I don't know. We will never know because nobody can see the cycle except for Keiki. Look, either way.
He's gonna do what? Huh?
What?
Oh?
What?
Okay.
What? But
it raises a lot of questions.
He had every opportunity to not type that message in chat, and yet he has decided to anyway. What a way to diffuse tension, huh?
Yeah, damn. That's all this build up, all this excitement for the last game is just it's on.
I mean, I guess it depends how comfortable this given pair is for Keiki here, because it could be a major impact here. Look, we didn't expect this to happen. This is new information. The mental from both competitors on 10 right now.
Jay's asking if is this the new party game stat? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, let's focus on this close matchup, this exciting game.
A game of mind kart racing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Mind kart racing.
Game that Keiki confidently won last time. Bacon didn't have too good of an RNG, and this time they're starting off pretty close. Bacon with a bit of a lead, but Keiki catches up and passes him with better accuracy, almost hitting max speed. Keiki is at max, gonna be taking round 1 for himself in this very, very important game. Number 4.
Yeah, Keiki kept that close, and then he just went hyperspeed towards the end, just hits all the wool in the world. He's going to be taking an early lead into a game of ho-ho, a game that was that close last game. It is not the game this game, but it could be important. It doesn't matter. It depends where both these players spawn. Oh, Bacon, I don't know if I like that move from you. You started so late, and now Keiki, he sees the opportunity like a shark pouncing in the water. He takes it, and now he's got so much room. Can he take it, though? The Non's trying to snatch away all of his land. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we've seen the exact same situation from Bacon, who cut off Keiki at the start, but then the randoms messed him up, and the same seems to be happening to Keiki right now. I think Bacon this time has the more land.
Oh, it could literally be a repeat of game number 1. That is actually so insane. Keiki is keeping it close, though. He's got a lot of land to mess with. Not as much as I thought anymore. And Bacon looks like he's going to take it. The block-in is going to be foiled by... Wait,
hold on, the random is so close to Keiki. Yeah. He's only 5 points off. Does he have time? He passes Keiki.
He hits it. Oh no, Keiki. That's not exactly what you want to happen in game number 5, Keiki. That's not exactly what you want. The Nods favoring him in the first game, but punishing him in the second. And now Bacon with a 2-star win in ho-ho.
Yeah, and Keiki is now falling behind, starting with the lead, and now 1 star behind, and we're moving into Anvils with the game that we haven't seen today yet. Keiki is whispering for some reason. Damn, that's is that what he was doing? Is that does that underwear cause him to be invisible
Stop
for Bacon?
reading the chat. Stop reading the chat.
No, it's just my thoughts. I didn't read the chat. Okay.
God, it's actually just disaster right here. Look, I'm just trying to watch a nice game of Anvil Spleef. Look, it may be slow, but it's a game. It's a tactical game. All right, it's a game that requires you to be a little bit smart to see the randomness of the anvils and be able to react accordingly. Nons may be still up. They will not be up for very much longer. They always die. However, there is still that opening. The opening that mistakes can happen, and they happen so frequently on a game like Anvil Spleef, a game that's so long, and for maybe competitors that like those faster paced games, this could be a very difficult game to get through.
Yeah, and we have seen randoms actually doing well recently. We have seen one of the randoms who won Anvil Split against our participants, so... And like you said, there are some people who prefer more fast-paced games, and Bacon is the high-pixel stats main, so a game that is nothing but fast and full reaction time, so... Let's see how he can handle the slow-paced, long game of Anvil Split, a game that he need full concentration for around 2 minutes straight, and especially in the important match like that, especially when both randoms are still alive here, which might mess both of them up. Keiki, keep moving. Oh, Keiki is almost dying to the anvil. That was a very risky jump from him, but he survives. Only one random remains. Keiki doing like a 4-block jump.
God,
what is he doing?
What are you doing, Keiki?
What is he cooking, man?
He's a psychopath, man. What are you doing?
Oh,
How is he still alive?
I know, but he doesn't have too much land around him. Bacon dies. Oh, Bacon got lucky there because the random almost outlived him just by a little bit, but no, Bacon still gets second place, and Keiki with insane moves ties up the score.
So nasty, dude. He's so nasty for that. What the hell? And into a game of Jigsaw Rush, a game that Bacon won last time, and looks like it's going to be the same story. Not even that. It's a dominating win. Keiki isn't even close, and Bacon is going to slap right back, say, you can pull out crazy moves on Anvil Split, well, I can pull out crazy moves on Jigsaw Rush. Take that. And it is the strike back and forth between these two competitors. Bacon takes the lead once again, but it is only 1 star.
Yeah, it's so close, and this 1-star loss for Keiki and Ho-Ho might determine the whole game, and there it is! Big jousting, the swing game we have not seen today yet. Oh my gosh.
Big money, big money. And Bacon
Keiki is going aggressive, and he cuts in the fight with 2 randoms here, almost dying here. He's so close to death, getting a bit of free gen. Bacon notices it. Going for Keiki, but then changing his mind a bit. Keiki is going for randoms instead of Bacon, and he dies! He dies to one of the randoms. It's not what you want to see in the matchup like that when you're already 1 star behind, and Bacon might increase his lead by so much here if he kills the last random. Both of them are so close, and Bacon getting a 3-star lead over Keiki in big jousting, only 3 rounds left. Super ship.
Keiki, what are you doing? What you stay in the back. If you don't see your competitor, you stay in the back. What are you doing? I don't understand this man. He makes no sense to me. He makes just these plays that are so pants on head, and yet he still keeps it so close. I don't understand.
Yeah, and Super Ship could be a potential swing game if Keiki manages to take Bacon out early. The randoms are way more competent this time than the last game of Super Ship they had, so it could be a possibility. Bacon is not in the best spot. Keiki is going aggressive here, trying to trap Bacon towards the wall. Is it going to be a potential swing? And now Keiki, being too aggressive now, gets himself trapped within his own tail a little bit, but then doing a very nice move, escaping the certain death. Bacon doesn't finish his job here. Keiki with more confident moves, very close to the wall here, and almost dying to the random. Oh, it's so close between them. What is going on?
Al's 31. When I entered this stream, when I first came in, I asked you to make sense. I asked you to make this tournament make sense. This has not left me with answers. It has left me with more questions. As Keiki has gone through some of the most crazy I've seen in a game of Super Sheep, and yet he still lives. He lives on, and Bacon, with all the land in the world, and Keiki has to deal with a random in his way. What is going on?
That's, yeah, I mean, I said before the game that Keiki is the wildest of all wildcards here, and random actually here going to mess up Bacon now instead of Keiki. They're all in pretty much the same area. Is Keiki gonna go aggressive this time? He is certainly trying to do so. Ah, they're both so close. I think Bacon has a bit more time, a bit more space to escape. And last random dies.
Where's the space for Bacon? Bacon has nothing. They're gonna have to go for the jump, but no, it's the wall instead. And Keiki is gonna take that win that he so desperately needs. It is now 12-15. It's a 3-star lead. That's a big lead with so little games left, but it is still so close. Keiki is such a wild card player. He could really make something happen here into this game of chicken rings, a game that Keiki needs to win.
Yeah, he cannot afford to lose anymore. He's 3 stars behind with 2 rounds left. He not only needs to win these chicken rings, but maybe hope that Bacon messes it up, or hope for like Frozen Floor at the end, because Pig Jousting and Ho 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 are already out of rotation, as well as Super Shoot. We've seen so many swing games. Keiki is running so low on options, and Bacon hasn't won yet. He is now a bit behind Keiki in these chicken rings again. Only few blocks between them. Can Keiki try to maintain his lead towards the end? He does it, he wins chicken rings, but it's still not enough. 2 stars between them. What's gonna be in the last round? And Volcano, last round of game number 4. Bacon 2 stars in the lead. He just needs to get 2nd place, and that's gonna be it for Keiki and Bacon here.
Keiki, Keiki needed that Frozen Floor. He was so desperate for it. The game that he prayed for to show up but never did, and now into a game of Volcano, a game that we haven't seen a non take points in for as long as I can remember, and now it is all Bacon's turn. Bacon has everything to do here. Just don't let the nerves, stay calm, stay focused, don't let it mess you up. Just let them die, and as they do and as they fall, it is Bacon who will win the game and the match. Keiki is knocked in a 3-2 game 4 match. Bacon, beautiful play, beautiful handling of everything that was thrown at him, every single crazy moment, every single crazy game. Bacon weathers the storm, fights through, and wins the match.
Yeah, what an exciting game it was. It was so worth waiting, and it was so close down to the last rounds of each game, but that one swing game, that one big swing game we've been waiting for, it basically decided it all for both of them. A 3-0 sweep in Pig Jousting in matchups like this is something that you can't quite come back from unless you get more swings, but Keiki didn't manage to get them, and with an admirable and very good performance from both of them, Bacon is moving towards his next game against Centillionaire, and Keiki unfortunately leaving the tournament, but damn.
Are we going to get a winner's interview, or are we do we have a non-talker here?
I don't know.
Could ask.
Bacon?
Maybe a little bit of interview? Come on stream, talk to us for a little bit, Maybe just a little bit?
So, he's talking about one of his previous opponents. Alright. GG's to both of them.
Yeah, either way. I mean, Keiki, great game from him. As much as he is a little troll, as much as he plays with this randomness, either way, look, it's good for him. No winner's interview, but that's totally okay.
Yeah.
We don't judge. GG's to both competitors. A fun match. And winners round 2 is not concluded quite yet, but we are getting there as Keiki is knocked. And yeah, as you said before, moving on to Centillionaire.
Yeah, Bacon versus Centillionaire is gonna be an interesting game. Finally see Cent getting some action. He's been waiting for his next opponent for a bit. Yeah. And Bacon, as a person who only started playing party games recently, as the one of the newest new gens, getting defeating in the closest matchup, one of the closest matchups so far, a very well-known and established player. We have seen it happen with Sylvian Fan and a few other players before, but yeah,
Yeah, and it's one of those games that it might not be, high caliber, constant action gameplay, both players playing at the peak of physical human ability at party games, but it's just a fun little match, a match to show off some maybe a lesser known member of the community versus an old established veteran getting a nice win underneath the belt of Bacon. I mean, there's just a whole lot of good coming out of this match from Bacon. I mean, that's got to be a little bit of confidence coming into a strong opponent like Centillionaire. I mean, you have to feel a little bit confident going into that match after this match.
yeah, it certainly will give a bit more confidence, but being a new player and going up against Centillionaire is something you don't really want to see. You don't.
You look, okay. I hold out hope here. I mean, we have seen a crazier upside, I would argue. But look, either way, a fun match. I hope you enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. Now I
I
will see myself out of this stream here, if
Yeah,
you don't mind me.
yeah.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Sheep003. You can find me on Twitch at Sheep003, twitch.tv/Sheep003 if you want the link. Look, I stream frequently. I'll stream games that maybe you don't like, maybe games that you either way. Come give me a watch, come give me a listen, come holler at me in chat. Tell me how much you hated my casting or how much you loved it. I don't really care. I'm here for the feedback. Look, either way, it has been an absolute pleasure. Alice31, thank you so much for having me on stream, and I hope to come back on to cast some more games with you.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Always pleasure to have you here, and I hope to see you in the next games as well. All right.
All right. Catch you later, Chief.
See ya. I will talk to chat a little bit by myself. So yeah, that was an exciting game. I'm glad that it finally happened, and it's been really good from both of them. Yeah. Unfortunately, apparently a strat of getting an underwear on did not help Keiki in the last game, so all the party game sweats, you guys should remember that. It's important information. And yeah, unfortunately, no NSFW art. Ship is cool, I agree, Ken. You are also cool. Everyone is on stream. Who's on stream is very cool. What are your thoughts, guys? Did you enjoy the game? Did you enjoy this matchup that has been delayed for quite a bit? Because I certainly did. I always love seeing Keiki play and doing his interesting shenanigans, and like looking just at the scores, like 19-21, 19-19, 21-20, 17-20, it was just so close between them. It's what we love to see from Losers Bracket and just party games tournaments in general. Losers Bracket has been fucking wild. Like, so many close games, so many close matchups that could have gone either way. But it is going to be Bacon who will be moving up to Sand, and we only have Itamar and Jigsaw who will be playing tomorrow early. Hopefully, this time no delays. And we will finally be ending Losers Bracket round 2, with most of Losers round 3 and 4 already finished as well. So Losers Bracket is progressing quite fast. Fizzy Cop, me and Nils gonna be playing soon as well, within next at the start of the next week, basically Monday, Tuesday is when both of the matches are scheduled. So tournament is picking up pace again after slowing down a bit. So it's gonna be an interesting ending. And Sen said earlier in tournament chat, there is no clear winner, no clear favorite. I think even Cheetah kind of stumbled a bit in one of his first matches, so could be anyone's game. Like, I could totally see even someone who already in the losers bracket right now winning overall thing. Might be possible, because party games do not get many more updates. People are getting pretty much towards skill caps, pretty much hitting the skill ceilings in a bunch of games, being on the same level. So it just could go either way, which I think what makes this tournament is so much more fun and exciting is that it just so close, and it just depends on just so small little things in each matchup. So we love to see close games and love to see new people popping off, old people coming back to try their to try out to get further again. So Party Games tournament is always exciting thing. If only I didn't have to do so much fucking shit for it. If only it wasn't that stressful to organize it. But I have a bunch of people helping me now. Yeah, thanks D once again for doing scoreboard. Well, the spreadsheet. I mean, technically the same thing. So he, the best tournament organizer of 2023 for real. Yeah, and yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think I will be going now. I don't think anything else scheduled for today. I think tomorrow we will see Itamar Jigsaw and late in the day Fizzy Cobb, and then a day after probably me versus Niels. I'm not sure about it yet. And then what else is scheduled? And whenever Sant and the Bacon wanna play, I know. Let's see players chat. Maybe they like schedule it for right now. That would be funny. No, I think Sant is asleep. And I know that Bacon has like a whole week off, and though Sant's university is starting, I think both of them will find a time to play. So we might see their match pretty soon. And I have no idea when Sylvian and IL are planning to play, but they're both from the similar time zone, so there should be no problems with this matchup as well. Hopefully. Yeah, we will be seeing a shit ton of games happening pretty soon, but I will be leaving for now. Oh, where's my... Yeah, I will be ending the stream for now. Thank you guys for hopping on the stream, for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the match, because it was very close and I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will see you guys tomorrow with more party games, tournaments, and one of the most exciting and long-awaited games of Winners Bracket. And in tournament VC we'll do last round of Losers Bracket too, so make sure to tune in. So hope to see you guys tomorrow. I am leaving now. Bye. See you guys.